So welcome to Cook It with Tim. Today we're going to be unpacking and setting up our Timberline XL Traeger pellet grill. Without any further ado, I want to just open the box. Let's get right into the content, which is I'm going to show you how I put it together. All right, let's pull these out. It's going to allow us to lift the box open. Sorry, I just had to show that right there. The design on the inside of the Traeger box. That's a really cool attention to detail. Start your wood-fired journey right here. It's got a barcode you can scan for the complete step-by-step instructions. Let's see what's in here first. Welcome to your Traeger, the assembly guide for the Timberline. That's it right there. I'm a manual kind of guy right here. I like to go step 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way to the end, which it's 30 steps. So one of the cool things I read about this and the instructions, you need a wrench, you need an Allen wrench, and you also need a Phillips head. It says a good friend and a 6-pack of your favorite beverage should get the job done. There is lots of stuff under the grill head and even under the cabinet. So we're gonna get all that stuff out. I'm not gonna show you that part. And then once we get everything out, we're gonna flip it on its side and put the wheels on it. And then we'll start everything else from that point. So the next step is really to get it laid on its side so that we can put the wheels on it. So one thing that I'm going to mention is the tools are actually included with the Traeger Timberline XL. According to the instructions on step number 7, I'm just going to take the screws that are labeled as A, and we're going to put all of the wheels on. And I figure I don't need to show that to you guys. You should be able to do that, right?
I did do that by myself.
Wheels are on. Now let's get to the rest of it. So one of the things that I like to do whenever I'm putting together grills or assembling things is I like to lay out everything so that when I need to reference it in the manual, whether it's step 1, 5, 10, or 12, is I have everything laid out so it's easy reference and easy to spot and easy to grab. Next, we're gonna do steps 9, 10, and 11, and it's really simple based upon the instructions. We've got 9, 10, and 11. Is we're gonna take this side mounting bracket, and then we've got the two under supports or the support brackets that go under it. We're going to attach these under the bracket, and it's really simple. Get the bracket in the correct position and you line it up where the hole is right there, and then you're going to insert the inner bracket and line it up to where it corresponds with the two holes, and that's where we're going to go ahead and put our screws in. 2 on this side, 2 on this side, and we're using screw number A. So I've got the side bracket with its mounting support braces. That's all assembled, and the next step is, according to the instructions, which is number 10, we're going to take the C screws and we're going to loosely insert the screws into the grill. It gets an Allen wrench, not a screwdriver. I'm just gonna lightly screw them in there. It's kind of hand tight, just like that. All right, let's move on to step 12, or step 11, which we're actually just gonna mount the bracket on the side of the grill, and then we're gonna tighten down those 4 screws that we just put in. So a simple call out is these particular screws right here. You wanna make sure that you got them about a 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch out. Otherwise, it's gonna be really hard to put the mounting brackets on, and that's what we just discovered putting this thing on, and I'll show you how much more easier it is to do when the screws are backed out quite a bit. See how it just sits right on there? So it just sits on there a lot easier doing it this way. At this point, we're just simply gonna tighten them up. And I do recommend tightening the top ones first. Makes it a lot easier. All right, next steps are easy. We're gonna go steps 12 all the way through 17. And it begins with number 12. We're simply gonna take these 3 brackets and we're gonna put them here, here, and here, and we're only going to put in the top screw. We're going to do in steps 14 through 17. So let's go ahead and get these 3 little brackets put on. And remember, whenever you're following the instructions, you want to make sure that you have everything based upon the numeric or the alpha system of what the instructions are telling you. So I'm using the B screws, and there's 20 of them here. Then there's these brackets here, which are the D brackets. So let's get 1 screw in the top on all 3 of the split places where they go. All right, top screw, loosely tighten. 1, top screw, loosely tighten. 2. And with this one, you're gonna have to press down on the side table. All right, number 3. Next step, super simple. We're gonna put 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. We're gonna put 12 screws in the sides of the mounting brackets, or on the sides where the mounting brackets will hang. So let's go ahead and get those done really quickly as well. One little helpful tip so that you put the brackets on properly is to lay it out according to how it should go. So like this is the front, this is my left side behind me, and this is my right side behind me, and this is the front piece that'll go here. Just lay it out, helps you to know how to put it on so that you don't put anything on backwards or fight against an upstream battle, so to speak. So let's get these brackets put on. All right, let's put that first long bracket on first. And one of the things that I don't want you to wrestle with this, what I've learned is you slide it from left to right, and that's how it goes on the screws. So what we're gonna do is have everything lined up so that it just slides on. So that was step 14, 15, and now step 16 and 17 is basically to tighten up the screws, and we've got to put those last 3 bottom screws. Now, after we get all the screws tightened up, what we need to do is we need to take these last 3 screws that you mount the front brackets on, because you can't really get the front bracket on unless you leave these 3 screws off. And now that it's on, you can actually put the 3 screws on just below it. See how I'm putting it in there? So I'm not gonna show the screw part. I'll see you back in a minute. One thing that I wanna point out on step 14, 15, 16, and 17, according to the manual instructions, you should be halfway done with beer number 3 by this point. But it's hot. I am actually on my second Stanley, or AKA Treasure Cove, and just kind of give you that refreshing beer sound with a Diet Coke. Cheers. Okay, step 18, do not let it confuse you, because it confused us, all right? Step 18, it's actually already there. It tells you basically you're gonna take that and you're gonna put it right there. That's where the pellets drop, where they heat up. So that's actually already there. So, but maybe yours doesn't come with it. So next thing we're gonna do is move over to step 19 and 20. These are very easy steps. I don't know what this thing is actually called, but it's a plate. Yeah, this is a plate that's gonna go down right here on top. Just fits nice and snug, very easy, nothing complicated about it. And by this time, I also want to point out, according to the instructions above number 20, you should be on beer number 3, halfway done with it. I am halfway done with my Diet Coke, and I have had 2 full tumblers of water. This right here, gonna go upside down. Then you got your 1987 Traeger was founded. That cap's gonna go right here. We are on step 21, real simple process. You're gonna put your grill grates on your grill. So the bottom grates are the shorter ones. So let's get those put on, and then we're gonna put on the upper grates for your buns and things of that nature. All right, now let's put our handle on the Traegers, or the way that this thing works. The first step to put the handle on is to take the screw, the washer, and the little plate off of the handle itself. And then you're gonna get the washer and the screw, and you're gonna feed it up under the lid of the grill. All right, now we're gonna put that plate on there and attach your handle. Line it up to the hole. This does require an Allen wrench. All right, step number 23, we're going to mount this bracket with these 4 screws on the back of the shelf right here. And one thing to note, if you're looking for these parts for step number 23, they are found with the Induction cooktop box. Everything that came in it, the screws are actually in this little packet right here. It's these little smaller ones right here. So let's go ahead and get this bracket mounted on the back, which helps hold the cover to the Induction cooktop. All right, we're on step 24. It says you should be on beer number 5, but I'm still finishing up my tumbler number 2 of water. Last sip of my Diet Coke. Cutting board. The cool thing about this cutting board, it fits right on top of where your pellets go. It is magnetized. So I want you to watch this as we put it on there. So look at that. It's magnetized. Step 24, take your induction cooktop. All right, just feed the cord down through there and it just sits in there nice and snug. So one of the things that's not really mentioned and very clearly on the main manual, that's why you have to pull out the induction cooktop manual, is you've got 4 screws that go up under the induction cooktop, and you want to secure the cooktop with these 4 screws. That prevents the cooktop from moving. Induction cooktop is installed, and you want to take the power cable and you want to run it along the back where you've got these little loops in here. All right, you're just simply going to plug it into the Traeger's machine itself, and then the power cord to the Traeger, all right, is right there. Step 27, install your shelves, which are, they look kind of like wooden cutting boards. See how easy that was? We got those installed, and then we're just simply going to put the lid to our induction cooker right there. And then, of course, got to have some pellets. So we've got a pellet holder, and they have even thought of the details. You can put labels on whatever you're working with: cherry, signature blend, hickory, apple, pecan, mesquite. You can label those, which I thought was a really cool touch by Traeger. That way you can protect your pellets if you've got an open bag, protect against moisture, because moisture and pellet, those two just don't go together. An option they give you for step 27 is you can remove the shelves if you don't want to use these, which, to be honest with you, I probably won't use these shelves. And most likely I will store my pellets here. Now, the last thing is, not the last thing, but on step number 26, smoking is a dirty business. I mean smoked meats, not like cigarettes and stuff, because I don't smoke. Open up the front 2 doors of your Timberline, and you're just gonna slide your grease catcher right in there, and it locks in place. And if you want to take it out, boom. So we've gone through all 30 steps. We got the grill completely assembled. The next thing is to power on your grill, and we're gonna get it seasoned. But before we power it on, I'm gonna go ahead and load it up with some pellets. All right, so we're gonna turn the Traeger on. Whoa, welcome to your next Traeger grill. All right, English, of course. First things first, we're gonna season the grill. Takes 60 minutes. Now, before we get it all fired up, you got to season your grill, which I told you it does take about 60 minutes. And I was in the process of getting my phone connected and doing the setup process so that we can fuel our grill and then get it to the place where we can season it. That did take a second to get all connected, but once it got ignited, the process literally did take a full 60 minutes. I love my cooktop. I love my hooks to store my tools, that little cart, all the cooking space, the pellet storage, all of it. But if you're interested in one of these grills, I know they're a little pricey, but man, are they worth it. I love you guys. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like this video, and make a comment. Till next video, see ya.